So Charlie, before I start anything, a moment of silence for this fake imposter soldier man. So Charlie, by now, your man, he dey take photo left, right, and center for the barracks there, and I don't know what could probably trigger someone to wear a soldier uniform, go to the barracks to interrogate and maneuver your ways and find a flight to Tamale. Now they've arrested this guy, and the Ghana Armed Forces has released a press. This is 22 miles. Now let's just get straight into this. So Charlie, I'm gonna read to you, then we're gonna do some damages along. So let me read along. Stay with me. So it says, military police personnel have arrested one Rafui Abubakar for posing as a military officer and trying to access a military installation inside Burma camp. The suspect, who was dressed in a military camouflage uniform decorated with fake lieutenant colonel ranks, claimed he was stationed at Northern Command headquarters and was proceeding to the Air Force base to book a flight to Tamale. So you see, this guy actually entered the barracks dressed like an officer. You know, officers have this, you know, lieutenant colonel ranks here, whilst the young guys, you know, the young soldiers have theirs on their arm. Okay, so this guy actually dressed like an officer to avoid interrogation and all that, because he has actually planned everything. Hey, this one, if they will catch you, what you do? If they will catch you and they will catch you, let me read along. Let's just go. It says the suspect, who entered Burma camp in a commercial vehicle, was closely monitored as he alighted at a bus stop and headed to the Air Force base. The guards on duty noted his suspicious behavior, questioned him, and some incoherent answers. He confessed he was not a service personnel. He also disclosed that he posed as a senior military officer to enable him defraud one Mr. Abdullah Abdul Fattah, from whom he had collected an amount of 3,000 Ghana cedis under the pretext of recruiting him into the Ghana Armed Forces. So this guy actually poses as a soldier officer to enable him defraud people and avoid interrogations. And here, you know, you can't just go, you know, to confront a soldier officer here and there. No, we don't do that in the bars. So this guy actually dressed like a soldier officer to enable him maneuver his ways and also defraud people. And he has, you know, one guy has fallen victim to his fraud activities or fraudulent activities, and this guy has paid 3,000 Ghana cedis to him in order to give him protocols to become a soldier. Hey, let me read along. It says, at this time of arrest, the suspect had in his possession fake military identification and business cards and documents bearing his name. A follow-up search by the military police at his two residents at Ablekuma Fan Milk and Olebu respectively led to the retrieval of documents, including several certificates and fake Ghana Armed Forces recruitment application summary reports bearing names of defrauded persons, military uniforms and accoutrements, and a toy pistol. So this guy right here is a fraudster. Like, he is a matured fraudster who has printed fake documents, fake recruitment documents bearing his name and bearing, you know, when you come to him that, yo, he should give you protocol, and here he will hand over a fake you know, they actually followed him to the house. He has two houses, two residents, one at Olebu and one at Famok. They went to both houses and they find all these documents bearing his names and bearing people who has fallen victim to fraudulent activities. Oh my God, you see this one inside there. When they will catch you, it be you now will hand yourself over to the authorities when your time is up. This one inside there. Hey, you don't read along. It says the suspect Rafui Abubakar, you know, with picture attached, he since has been handed over to the police CID for further investigations and prosecution. However, considering that his two wives living at Ablekuma and Olebu respectively were under the false impression that their husband was a real military officer. It is possible that many other persons may have fallen victim to the impersonations and fraudulent activities. Such persons are, entreated to contact the police, CID to help investigations and to support the Ghana Armed Forces and the security service to weeding out this miscreant with our communities or from our communities. You see, this guy has 2 wives. They went to both houses to do their searches, and they asked the police, the soldier, the military police asked their wives that, do you know that your husband is an imposter? Your husband is actually impersonating. He's actually lying that he's a soldier man. And they were like, no. Dabi. My husband is a soldier. My husband is in the military. There is no 2 ways about that. You see how these guys behave, how mature these people are. For all you know, how this guy feed on is to defraud people, lie to them that he has protocols to the military service, and you bring money to him. He will be doing you up and down until you forget and decide to give up on becoming a soldier. Yeah, you forget your soldier's dream and you go your way because of how they will lie you and be loading you to give them more money. After you pay 3,000 Ghana cedis, they'll come and lie to you that they are selling this shin guard here and you have to buy, you will buy. They are selling this uniform here and you have to buy, you buy. You will be paying bills until you run away. And this is how these people feed on their fraudulent activities. For all you know, this guy will even go and station a barrier at a roadside, hold this pistol gun, and be taking money from innocent pedestrians crossing the road here. Oh God. I thank God that this guy has been arrested. A lot of people are doing this underneath, and see, this world inside there, and if your time is up, you now go hand yourself over to the authorities and they will arrest you. What could actually prompt you to go to the military barracks to book a flight to Tamale after all the money that you've collected from people? Says can end soon. So you spend all this money and you still need a free flight from Burma camp to Tamale. Hey God. See, this body inside there is funny lah. It is funny. See, this body inside, even if you are wearing a military shirt, walking down the street and a soldier man catch you, the way they will maltreat you, and this guy actually wear oh God. I say by now your man will take woto. Okay, by now he's actually handed over to the police and they are going to investigate their things from there. And I know they are going to catch a lot more people because this guy is not in this alone. He is not in this alone. So Charlie, this is the Yawa GA show and this is trending right on Twitter. When you go on Twitter, Burma Camp is trending, and this is why Burma Camp is trending right on Twitter. Kindly subscribe to my channel to become part of this beautiful family. Until then, peace out.